Pick up all your action figure food needs at Big Bad Toy Store at the link in the description.
Dragon Ball, horror, kaiju, and more. Steven's Toy Reviews.
Hello there, collector. Steven here, and I'm back with another Dragon Ball review for you. But today we're doing something a little bit different. It's not going to be a proper figure. Today we're going to be taking a look at Goku's Harahachibunme set, or as some retailers in the US have been listing it as, Goku's eating set. Ooh, yeah, whichever you prefer, I guess it's going to be right. We all know a growing Saiyan, or a fully grown Saiyan, has to eat, and Tamashii Nations has delivered on that, and we get a neat gimmick display set. So without further ado, because this is rather straightforward, let's take a look to see whether or not it's worth adding to your collection, and spoiler alert, it is. First and foremost, I thought we'd go ahead with an actual unboxing because we get a lot here. So just to kind of take a look at everything, we are going to get, there's no window box, so you're not really going to be able to take a look at everything. We're going to get interchangeable face part, which is actually called the Mogu Mogu face. We're going to get a couple of interchangeable hand parts, so this way Goku can hold utensils. Going to be 3. We're going to get chopsticks, we're going to get a fork, we're going to get ramen, we're going to get rotating table parts, which is going to be A, B, and C, so this way we can just make the table. We're going to get 3 chairs and cushions for the table. We're going to get a little piggy for a roasted pig. We're going to get fish, fried rice, 3 Chinese steamed buns. We're going to get 6 bottles. We're going to get 3 teacups, 3 small bowls. According to the instruction sheet, we're going to have 17 bowls, 18 dishes. We're going to get 2 background sheets for display, and 1 instruction manual this paper. Oh yeah, I'm actually reading for everything because, yeah, as you can see, we get a lot of parts here, and some of them you may actually not use, and that's going to be a critique of this set. We're going to talk about everything as we go ahead and we go along here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how we assemble everything, just because, I don't know, maybe you might be confused a little bit. And the cushions, they don't have a specific attachment, so that's rather straightforward. The table actually does rotate, so it's not going to be just in place. It actually helps if you want to have fancy displays and change things up a little bit, and it does have a specific way that it needs to be assembled, so be mindful of that. The background sheets, they do like to fall over, so you are going to have to sort of put them together leaning against each other. If you do that, then they won't fall. So that's pretty fun, and you're going to see me be a little clumsy here, and I knock some stuff over, so that's the joy of doing things relatively live. But yeah, once you do that, you can make some very fun displays. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take some up-close and personal looks at some of the accessories that we get. So first, we're going to take a look at the fish. Pretty neat. We have some of the savory juices that the fish would have marinated in, or just the leftover from it being on the plate, and that's pretty nice looking. You actually feel like you're going to be there and you're going to be eating up the fish. Then we are going to have, they all look the same. We are going to have those Chinese steamed buns. Pretty good when you look super duper up close, which you're never gonna do with a macro lens. You can see some small imperfections, so let's go ahead and skip that and continue on. We are going to then have that fried rice, which actually, looking at this, for some reason I want eggs. It's a good thing I'm recording this very close to breakfast time. Do I ever get sleep? Next up, let's go ahead and take a look at our friend Mr. Piggy. So he's nice and brown, and yes, it actually, he looks very good, but it kind of makes me feel sad for some reason. I don't know why. He just reminds me of something very sad. Yeah. So, we are going to take a look at the ramen here, and I think that's going to be an egg right there in the middle, but overall, I do think that there aren't really quite any other defining characteristics of the ramen. Couldn't quite tell you what that might be. Ramen, whatever pronunciation you like, I'm giving you mine. Now for the bottles here, we're going to get 6 of them. This is the only small issue. They all sort of have that flash mark, but it's not really an issue considering we get 6 of them. So we get plenty of quantity. You're not really going to see this on display. Now, continuing on over, we are going to have the individual dishes, which you've kind of taken a look at so far, but we are going to focus in real quick on the teacups and the small bowl. This is a good representation of how everything looks overall, and you are taking a look at the cushion as well, so that's rather straightforward. Now, taking a look at the ramen again real quick, you're also able to see that it has its own individual special dish that it comes in straight out of the package. So just keep that in mind. Now, you can use it with some of the other bowls, but just use it with this because Goku is going to have a dedicated hand part, so this way he can actually hold the bowl. It doesn't really work with the other dishes that come with this set, so just keep that in mind. You can kind of fudge it a little bit, but it doesn't really work too well. I will say I did have some frustration getting Goku to hold this, but at the same time, it does work. Now, Goku is going to come with alternate hand parts, so this way he can hold the chopsticks, which it is a rather tight fit, so don't break them. Just go with nice ease, and if you need help, use heat. He is also going to come with what looks like a fist, but it is meant to hold the fork, which is rather short, sweet, and to the point there. Not much else to talk about except for the background sheets, which the printing quality is actually rather nice. There are no issues there, no quality control concerns, and I just sigh because here's where we have the big point of contention with the set. So here's the faceplate for Goku eating, and again, that is going to be the Mogu Mogu face part. And here, so as you can see here, Goku's face here is rather long and he has puffy cheeks to replicate him eating. Mine's got a little bit of a mark on his left cheek, Goku's left, but it's not really that big of an issue for me. I just kind of ignore it, but it is what it is. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't quite match the prototype. Don't know what happened, but here's also the thing. The prototype and what we got match the source material. So if you wanted what was the prototype shown at all the different events and in the promotional pictures and what's on the box and what's even in the instructions, you're not going to get that. So I do have to say boo-boo on Bandai for that, but at the same time, it is relatively accurate to the source material as well. Is that a bad thing? Is it a good thing? I'll leave that up to you. Personally, I'm fine with it. And with that, we're going to head on out to the end here. Buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. Generally speaking, MSRP, I think, is going to be around $38 or so, and quite frankly, I think that is a rather good price for this set. We get a lot here, but the only other thing I wanted to make mention is that we get a lot of plates and bowls that we're not really going to use because we don't have a whole bunch and a whole ton of food parts here, but those are intended to mimic all of the food that Goku's already eaten. And as you can see here, you can put other characters in the display. Now, some of the other figures that we've gotten, like, a donut to go with a particular android, or you can have a chocolate bar to go with a certain pink character not pictured, you can throw those into your display as well. And you can buy third-party or aftermarket food pieces that you can also purchase from a particular retailer, and you can go ahead and throw that into display, and it will work just fine. You can buy sort of bigger things and smaller things, and it'll work. So overall, I thought going into this, I would need to get a second set to really flesh this out a little bit, tease it out, and make it better. But as you can see here, this is perfect for a Dragon Ball display, and with stuff like this, and what Bandai America is doing with the Budokai Tenkaichi, or is it Tenkaichi Budokai? I can't remember off the top of my head, I need sleep. Stuff like this is fantastic, and we need that for Dragon Ball displays. And what's even better is today is going to be Thanksgiving, and you can go ahead and throw in characters from all around the multiverse on your shelf, and it just works. So just as a reminder, it's Thanksgiving. Even if you don't celebrate it, let's try to be thankful for everyone who's around us, and let's try to think of those who maybe we haven't thought of in a while, and try to be nice to one another. All right? Okay, let's head on out to the outro, and I'll catch you next time.
Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now, you've heard a lot from me. I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up. Thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand selected for you, so if you want to watch another STR video, I hand selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.